Good morning, Rachel here with Club Pilates Valrico, and I have a TRX Pilates class planned for you today. So we're going to start with our TRX straps pulled all the way up to the top, and I have my mat pulled away from my anchor point slightly. And we're just going to start with standing cat-cow. So you'll bend your knees, lengthening those arms forwards. We come into that cow tilt, keeping the back of the neck long and rounding the spine as you pull that TRX, coming all the way up to stand. Inhale, lengthen forwards, bending the knees. And exhale, rounding the spine all the way up to stand. Inhale, lengthen forwards. Exhale, round, articulating through each vertebra one at a time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Good, and inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rounding up. And we're just gonna do two more like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. And last one, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Coming all the way up to stand. Now we go into our footwork. So we're taking those heels together, toes separated, and we're going to bend those knees coming down into our plie position. Find that tucked pelvic position, keeping the chest up, drawing those shoulders down away from the ears, and we squeeze the inner thighs to come up to stand. Lowering down, lengthening that tailbone down towards the floor. Feel those lower abs zipping up. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. And you have 5 more. Exhale, 4. Good, 3, 2. Last one, we hold it here, little pulses. Drop the hips down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. Draw those sit bones together, feeling those glutes active. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come all the way up. We take those feet into second position. Toes turned out, heels turn in. Bending those knees, lowering it down. Exhale, lift. Firm the outer hips in. Keeping those knees in alignment with the toes. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Squeeze those thighs as you stand. Good, last 4, 3, 2. And last one, hold it here. Little pulses. Feel those lower abs zipping up like you're trying to put on a pair of tight jeans. Feeling the lower belly active. 3, 2, and 1. We come all the way up to stand. We're going to take those toes off the mat slightly. So we have a wider stance. Scoot a little closer to your anchor point. As we bend the knees, we take the arms out to the side, lift the heels, drop the heels, bring those arms in front of you. Lift the heels, drop the heels. And we lift and drop. Keep those knees drawing out wide. And last 3, 2. Use your breath. Inhale to lower. Exhale to stand. Come down into that squat. We hold it here. Drop the heels, lift the heels. Drop the heels and lift. We're pushing out into that TRX. And last 4, 3, 2. Keep those heels lifted. Drop it down an inch, up an inch. Down an inch, up an inch. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold those heels up. We twist right, center, left, center. Twist, center, left, center. Good, breathing. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. keeping those outer hips squeezing into the midline of the body. So we don't want to move the knees or the hips. We're just moving that upper body. Rotating in our spine. Last one each side. Drop those heels and bring those feet back to parallel. Dive it forwards. All right, now we curl it up. We're going to walk back just a little bit. We'll keep those feet in parallel this time. You could fit 2 fists in between those feet. We bend the knees. This time you're going to drop pretty low. So we're coming into a nice rounded back position, stretching into that lower back. And then we're going to lift the hips up, bend your knees, lift your heels. Start to lean back. And we come up, drop the heels, lower down, lift the hips, lift the heels, drive the pelvis towards the wall in front of you and lift your chest up towards the ceiling. So we're alternating between that rounded back position and extension in the spine. Also nice balance challenge. Good, inhale, coming into that back bend. Exhale, drop. Now you don't have to go very far on that back bend. Maybe it looks like this. That's okay. Go to your own degree. If you have neck issues, don't drop your head back. Only if it feels okay on your neck. Good, and we have 2 more. Last one. Good, and we bring it forwards, dive it forwards here. And exhale, round it all the way up to stand. Bring those feet together. As we take the arms forwards, we sweep that right leg straight back. And then draw that knee into a standing tabletop. Make sure your hips stay even across. Firm the outer hips in. Don't let your right hip roll open. Imagine that you're holding a teacup on top of your sacrum. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to stand. And last one. We hold it here. Pull those ribs in, pull the abs in. Lift your left heel up, tap it down. Balance challenge. Flex that right foot, push back into the heel. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly bring it all the way up. Set that foot down. Whew. That was hard. All right, we take that left leg back and draw that knee into a standing tabletop. Send it back. Exhale, lift. Keep the pelvis even across. Pull those ribs in. Lower abs zipping up. Last one. Hold it here. Lift the right heel and top. Flex that left foot. Lots of energy in the left leg. Squeeze those sit bones together. Equal tension in the hands. Last 2. And last 1. Bring it all the way up. Drop that foot down. And we stretch it forwards. Little sway side to side with that upper body. And coming back to center, rounding the spine all the way up to stand. Now we're going to step those legs forwards, finding that plank position, holding your straps. We bend the elbow coming into our row and dropping the hips down. Exhale, row, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Inhale to lengthen. If you walk closer to your anchor point, it's going to make it harder. If you move away from that anchor point, it becomes a little easier. Exhale to lift. Inhale to come back down. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to change our position. So our palms are facing down. We're going into a high row. Lengthen the arms as you drop back. As you pull forwards, arms go wide. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Exhale to pull up. Inhale to lengthen the arms and lower the body down. Keep those ribs pulled in. You should feel this in the upper back, the backs of the shoulders, and those lats. Also, my biceps and my triceps are working. Abs are engaged. Last one. Good, and take a little rest. All right, bicep curls. So we're taking those arms in front. As you come up, we're curling and lean back. Remember, you can make this harder by walking forwards. So when you come up, try not to move your elbows. Keep your elbows in the same position, squeezing those biceps to lift. You don't have to come all the way up to stand. So notice how I'm staying in that lean back position, keeping tension on the biceps. Last 4. Exhale, 3, 2. And last one. Good. All right. Let's lower our TRX down to where the gray and the black strap meet. And you can adjust that buckle down. We pull that mat in just a little closer if you need to. And we're going to walk forwards, getting that nice stretch in the shoulders. Take those arms or legs wide. We side bend to the right, center, and left. Getting a nice side stretch in the side waist. And last one, each side. Coming back to center and walk it back onto the mat. All right. Now we're going to take those arms in front, legs back behind you. We reach those arms forward as we lower the body down and lower the arms to stand. Reach it forward like you're coming into plank and lower those arms down. So it's like a long plank. You can move those feet back to the wall if you want to make it harder. Good. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lengthen forwards. Keep those lower abs zipping up. Last 4, 3, 2 more, and last one. All right, now we take those arms in front. We go into our tricep presses, bending at the elbows and straighten the arms. If you want to make this a little easier, you'll push those rubber handles together. If you want to make it harder, separate them, and it just challenges your balance even more. Try to keep those wrists straight. So look at your wrist and make sure you're not breaking at the wrist. Drop those elbows down. Let your body come down. Let your hips lower with the body. Last 3. 2 more. And last one. And bring it all the way up. Now we go into our push-ups. Taking those arms a little wider as you bend. Take a look at the side. Make sure your elbows are bending past your shoulders like this. This is a lot of pressure on the rotator cuff. So when we bend those elbows, we want to find that alignment with the shoulder and we're pushing the stand. You can always make it harder by walking closer to the wall. Exhale, press up. Inhale to lower down. Notice how I have my fingers extended. I prefer this setup, especially as someone who has had wrist issues in the past. This just feels a little bit better on my wrist because I know I'm not being hand dominant, but I'm using my chest and back to do the work. And last 3, exhale, push up. Inhale, lower, 2. And last one. All right, now we're going to take our TRX. We're lowering the rubber handle down to line up with the knee. So you're gonna lower it down just a little bit more. All right, and we're pulling that mat to the wall. We're gonna bridge. So there's 2 different ways you can bridge. If my head is to the wall, that's gonna make it a little easier. If I'm facing the wall, it's going to be the harder variation to bridge. So I'm taking my feet into the bottom cradles and lying down onto my back. Straighten your legs, make sure you're not gonna hit the wall. If you're hitting the wall, you need to scoot back a little bit so those legs can extend. Then you can adjust where you need to, making sure those straps are even. Shoulders down. And drawing that tailbone towards the belly button, we peel up 1 vertebra at a time. Keep those ribs pulled in and roll down slow 1 bone at a time. Inhale, curl up 1 vertebra at a time. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, articulate up. Exhale, roll it down. And we have 3 more. Last 2. And last one. And roll it all the way down. All right. Now we're going to curl it up again. And we extend the legs out and pull the legs back in. Press and pull in. Inhale to bend the knees in. Exhale to push out. And last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend those knees and curl it down. And we're just gonna peel up again. Find that tucked pelvic position. Now we're doing single leg. Right leg out, bend that knee back in, left leg out. Alternating. Really working to keep that pelvis tucked under, pull those ribs in. Exhale, press out, inhale to pull in. Try to keep the weight down in those shoulder blades. And last one, each side. And roll it down 1 vertebra at a time. stretch those legs out. Give yourself a little stretch. And then reach those arms back behind you. Exhale, curling up one vertebra at a time, coming into that roll up. Sitting up nice and tall. And I'm going to scoot away from that wall a little bit because feet on the wall is cheating a little bit. And I want to get the most out of this I can, so you're going to roll down one bone at a time. Stretch those arms back up overhead. And exhale, we curl up one vertebra at a time, slow with control. Lifting up nice and tall. C-curve the spine, roll down one bone at a time. Arms lengthen overhead. Exhale, curl, rounding that spine up. And sitting up tall. And we round down, roll one bone at a time. Arms stretch back behind you. Exhale, C-curve, roll it up. Pinching those ribs together. Good, and last one. Equal weight in those hips. Exhale, curl it up. And we sit up tall. All right, we're going to C-curve the spine, lower down halfway and hold. Bend that right knee in towards you. Sit up a little higher. Stretch it out, lower down. Bend the left knee in, sit up a little higher. Stretch it out, lower down. Right knee in, lengthen. Left knee in, stretch and lengthen. Pinch those ribs together. Deep breaths. Exhale, pull it in, squeeze. Inhale to lengthen. All right, we're going to take those hands behind the head and we bicycle twist, lower down. Twist and lower. Keep pinching those ribs together. Keeping those lower abs firmed in. Squeezing the sit bones together. Exhale, twist. Inhale to lengthen. Two more each side. Last one each side. And roll it down one bone at a time. And reach those arms in front of you. Exhale, peeling the spine off. Coming all the way up. Now take your feet all the way through those straps. Heels together, toes apart. We're bending at the knees. If you have wrist issues, you can turn your fingers out. Otherwise, fingers facing towards the hips. We curl the hips up, shoulders back, chest lifts. Extend, lengthen the legs forwards, and bend. So we're frogging with those legs, and we're in that reverse tabletop. Keep lifting and lengthening through that chest. Deep breaths. Squeeze those heels together. Inner thighs engaged. Keep rolling those shoulders back. Exhale, push. Inhale to pull those knees in. 4 more. 3, 2. And last one. Hold it here. Open the legs, close. Open and close. Open and close. Lift that chest up. Gonna walk away from the wall a little bit. Getting too close. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we release it down. Roll down one bone at a time. Stretch those arms behind you. And exhale, C curve it up. All right, Now we're going to cross one leg in front of the other. So if I'm gonna roll to my right, I'm gonna cross my left leg over the right. So cross the left leg over the right, lying onto your backs. Now I'm gonna roll to my right, and my straps will be open, okay? So if your straps are crisscross, you're just gonna do it again. Whichever leg goes on top, roll the opposite way. All right, so now we're coming into our forearm plank, peeling the spine up, stacking the bones, shoulders, hips, feet in one line, back of the neck stays long. And we're slowly going to lower the hips down, lift the chest up. So we're just working on that spinal extension. And slowly peeling up, inhale, and exhale, roll it down. And really focus on those lower abs zipping up. Now if this feels too much of extension for you, you can take those straps a little lower, or just do it without the straps. Inhale, lengthen. Keep drawing that tailbone down to the belly button, like you're tucking those hips underneath you, and that's going to protect the lower back. And last two. And last one. All right, and we stretch those arms out in front of you. We're just gonna lift the right arm, lower, lift the left arm, and lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Squeeze the glutes. So you should feel both hip bones touching the mat. So we don't want to lift the hips up. We're just getting more extension in the upper back. Now see if you can lift both arms. Your legs are already lifted. Lengthen that tailbone to the floor in between the legs. And little flutter kicks with the arms. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring those thumbs in alignment with your chest. We press up into our plank pose. And if you need to adjust your feet, you can bring your knees down and place those straps on the backs of your feet. All right, we find our plank pose again. And we're just going to draw that right knee to the chest and lengthen. Little press of the shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. Now we're going to add on. Right knee draws in, pike, lower down. Left knee, pike, and lower. You have 3 more each side. Last one each side. And we drop those knees down for a little child's pose. All right, I'm going to find my plank pose again. Take those legs out. This time we pike the hips up, legs stay straight. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Lifting from the lower belly, like someone punched you in the lower abs. Last one. And drop those knees. This time we'll take the feet out of those straps. Child's pose. Breathe. And slowly coming all the way up. All right. Now we're going to go into some handstand work. So you're going to walk to the wall. We're facing the wall. Take those straps behind you. Right foot goes into that loop. We're walking away from the wall. And you're going to lift the left knee up, keeping the foot on the mat. Walk it back. Get that nice stretch in the left hamstring as best as you can. And maybe this is enough for you. Maybe you stay here. Or maybe you'll play with bending that left knee and straightening. And if you're ready, you can take that left leg all the way up, squeeze and hold. And to slowly come down, you're going to hop forwards towards the wall. Take that strap off, and we change sides. If you're sweaty, wipe those hands off so you don't slip. All right, we take the straps around the left foot. We're going to walk it back. Stretch that left leg up. Feel that nice stretch in your right hamstring. And maybe you'll play with heel to glute. Squeeze those hips in. Press that left foot into the strap. And when you're ready to hold, we'll hold. And when you're ready to come down, hop it forwards. Taking those straps off. Whew, it's tough. Nothing makes me sweat more than TRX. All right, so we're gonna bring that strap back up to where the gray and the black meet. And you don't have to have a box. Maybe you're using your couch or just something to help you hold your balance to get into it, okay? You can take that mat back away from the wall a little bit. And we're going to take those straps around the right foot. All right, so we're facing away from the wall. You can hold on to the box if you need to hold on for balance as you bend that left knee, stretching the right leg back, or perhaps challenging your balance. Exhale to lunge, inhale to lift. Squeeze those outer hips in. Last one. Whew. And bring it up. All right, we're going to pivot. So I'm turning my left toes to the right wall, and my right foot spins to face the wall where my anchor point is attached. Left hand can go onto the box or just down by your side is fine. Sweep that right arm up and over, and right arm comes down to the shin. Left arm sweeps. And inhale, long torso to lift. Exhale, sweep. Squeeze those outer hips in. Deep breaths. Try not to lock out that right knee. Keep a little micro bend so you feel that right hamstring is active. Holding that leg up in the strap. And last one. All right. And we're going to turn back center, facing that box. We bend your left knee. Now you're just going to hold the bend of this left knee. Keep that right knee bent. Releve on that left heel and drop. And if you want that balance challenge, arms forwards. Squeezing the glutes, keep those hips back. Keep that left knee tracking over the center of the foot. Last one. Good. And we come all the way up to stand, taking the foot out of the strap. And we repeat on the other side. Left foot in the strap. You can hold on to that box to start. Bending that right knee. Left leg is straight. Or we're challenging that balance. And when we do these balance exercises, it's easy to see where you're off, where one hip is stronger or possibly tighter than the other. It's going to throw your balance off. So go slow with control, focusing your eyes to one point. If you lose your balance, it's okay. Just come back into it. It's important that we don't take ourselves so seriously. We're just practicing. Good, last one. All right, we're gonna pivot. Turn your right toes to the left. My left toes are to the wall. I sweep that left arm towards my left shin. Right arm sweeps up and over. You can hold on to the box if you like. Or we're challenging that balance. Bringing the right hand down to the thigh. Keep a micro bend into the left knee, feeling that hamstring active. Deep breaths. Good, and last one. All right, we pivot back to the box. And we're going to bend that right knee. We releve on that right heel and drop. And if you're challenging the balance, hands on the hips or reaching those arms forwards. Your focus, your gaze to one point. Last two. And last one. And slowly come up to stand. You can take the strap off of the foot. And we're just going to round it forwards. Lengthen those arms long here. Deep breaths. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And coming all the way up. All right, for our last exercise, you're going to take those feet off the mat, turn your toes out, take those arms wide, and we're just going to twist away from the wall and come back to center. And we take those arms wide, we twist away and come back to center. When you guys are twisting, you want to make sure your hands are in alignment with the shoulders. So if they're too high, you need to move closer to the wall. If they're too low, move away from the wall. Good, and we're just going to do one more on each side. And last one. And come back to center. You guys did it. Great job, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Have a great rest of your day.